Good afternoon, I'm Faye Barker. 10 people have been killed and at least 10 more injured in a shooting at a Chinese New Year's celebration in California. The attack took place in Monterey Park near Los Angeles. Tens of thousands of people had attended the Lunar New Year festival in the city that has a large Asian community. The suspect is still at large. Here, Labour is calling for a parliamentary investigation into claims the chairman of the BBC helped Boris Johnson secure a guarantee on a loan worth £800,000 weeks before the then PM recommended him for the role. A report in the Sunday Times says that Tory donor Richard Sharp got involved when Johnson found himself in financial difficulty in late 2020. Well, our political correspondent Carl Dinnan is in Westminster. So, Carl, what's the latest on this?
Well, just in the last few minutes, Faye, Labour have also asked the Commissioner for Public Appointments to investigate how the current head chair of the BBC got the role. That's on top of the parliamentary probe they've already asked for. That is because Boris Johnson, of course, is still an MP. Mr Johnson, who is visiting Kiev today, was in financial trouble, or at least needed financial help, when Richard Sharp introduced him to a Canadian businessman who was offering to give him some help. Now, at the time, Mr Johnson was considering Mr Sharp as chairman of the BBC. Richard Sharp then became the chairman of the BBC, although he didn't mention the arrangement either at his pre-appointment hearing here at the House of Commons. Mr Sharp says there's no conflict of interest. All he did was make an introduction. Mr Johnson's spokesman says the whole thing's rubbish. Mr Sharp got nothing in return. But there is, at the very least, a lack of transparency surrounding this.
OK, Carl, thank you. More classified documents have been found at the home of US President Joe Biden. The FBI conducted a 13-hour search of his Delaware home and took 6 documents. Previously, files had been found in the garage and storage space of another home. Biden says he's cooperating with the investigation. Finally, we've been given a snapshot of how the country will celebrate the King's coronation in May. The ceremony in Westminster Abbey on Saturday the 6th will be followed by a star-studded concert at Windsor Castle the next day with an amateur choir including NHS workers and refugees. We're also being encouraged to hold street parties and help out in the local community. Kamal will be here at 6 o'clock with more. Until then, bye-bye.